In Mexico, the number of Christians is growing, and there are still many souls to be reached. However, a vast number of those in Christian ministry are not well trained or equipped. At the Walter Gomez Evangelical Center in Pachuca, Mexico, we work with 3 ministries that are helping equip and train those who are working toward reaching other souls for Christ. These 3 ministries, child evangelism, correspondence courses, and a Bible seminary, are resulting in more souls for Christ every year and are funded through offerings and donations. There are roughly 30 million children in Mexico under the age of 15 that need Jesus. The Child Evangelism Office is staffed by 2 single national missionaries who are working to reach as many of these as possible.
Hello, my name is Blanca Loredo, and I am responsible for the Child Evangelism Department, and this is my coworker Eunice. The goal of this department is to reach children for Christ through different activities such as vacation Bible school or special events for kids, but in and out of churches. An important function is to share our course on Christian education to brothers and sisters who wish to serve the Lord in their churches through a teaching ministry. Throughout the year, we visit churches around Mexico to give this class directly to those who will use it. As you can see, this is where we prepare the lessons and programs that we use for our children's services. This is our workshop where we put together the material that we use for all the different activities. Thank you for accompanying us on this overview of our ministry, which is based out of the WGEC here in Pachuca.
Apart from the salaries of the 2 staff members, the majority of the expenses for this department are the training materials used for the classes, conferences, and traveling expenses. Through this ministry, there have been many positive changes in how churches reach children for the Lord. The Department of Correspondence Courses has its main office in Pachuca at the WGEC. There are also 4 satellite offices in different states around Mexico. The purpose of these offices is to provide Bible-based studies to adults and children around Mexico. The subjects of the courses offered range from studies of books of the Bible, doctrinal issues such as who Christ is, to God's perspective on dating. Magdalena Castillo heads this program up. Aside from mailing, receiving, and grading courses from students in her area of Mexico, she also is responsible for ensuring that the other offices receive the material they need and encouraging them in their ministry. The staff at all 4 satellite offices are volunteers. This helps enormously with operating cost. One of the major expenses is providing the course material to the 600+ students who are currently studying at no cost. Through this ministry, we are seeking to build firm doctrinal foundations in the churches in Mexico, 1 student at a time, and at times even help with educating pastors in rural areas who have no other options for training. In Mexico, there are many who answer God's call and start churches but have little if any biblical studies. The seminary's purpose is to fill the need for a non-denominational school to provide quality training for pastors, Christian teachers, and cross-cultural missionaries in Mexico and other Latin American countries. The students pay an average of $1,250 per year for tuition and room and board, and can graduate after 4 years with a bachelor's in theology. While even some of the students find it difficult to pay these low fees, we feel it is important to make a good biblical education available to those who are called to serve as ministers of the gospel. The fees that each student pays each semester do not begin to cover actual expenses. The only way that these prices have been kept so low is by subsidizing the school through financial gifts from both supporters in the U.S. as well as offerings from Mexican churches. The goal of the seminary is to be independent of foreign financial help and to be able to operate independently. However, In the process of making this possible, we continue to need help to cover the operating expenses in order to keep providing training for the men and women who will go out and reach many souls for Christ. What might seem like a small gift to you can make the world of difference for someone else. And like the boy who gave Jesus his 5 loaves of bread and 2 fishes, God will take your gift and multiply it into blessings that you would not even begin to imagine.